Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to us as you motivate us in bringing out this sacred content to you all. I'm offering a paid consultation and guidance service through email. If you want to avail it, you can mail me at vibehirights@gmail.com. Also, I'm offering a counseling sessions for you all. If you want to book a counseling sessions, so you can take an appointment and you can book your counseling sessions and ping me. My phone number is 9121734848. And also, if you want to buy Stitika by by Rights, these are beautiful naturally dyed kalamkari saris, silk saris. So you can check out my YouTube channel Stitika for those saris. And if you want to buy these saris and if you want to check out the collection, you can ping me on WhatsApp, Stitika by Stitika. Okay, the same phone number 9121734848. So here I'm going to talk about the awakening, especially the Kundalini awakening. I recorded one video yesterday. I'm going to upload it, and every day I'm going to upload if there are things which I have to talk about Kundalini, specifically this new kind of awakening. I have been told by my higher self that I have to give out these videos and upload these videos at 5:05. So if you want to know about this, particularly the Kundalini awakening, what is happening in the Kundalini awakening phase, specifically for those people who have awakened during 2020, 2021 and 2022. So these videos are for you, and it is going to come on evening 5 o'clock, 5:05 p.m. So you can check out these videos. And here today we are going to talk about a movie called as Raja Saab. So this movie is extremely very important movie. If after listening to this if you get a calling, then do listen, do watch this movie, because whatever I'm going to say, and specifically whatever you have to receive, you will receive. Maybe you might receive an additional downloads after watching this movie. You might never know. And if you want to discuss something about anything, if you want to tell me, or you want to share your downloads to me about this movie or whatever I'm saying here in my channel, if you are receiving any kind of download or any kind of a message, if you want to share that with me, you can mail me at vibehirights@gmail.com, or you can .com, and also you can pin me at 9121734848. You can share your downloads too. Okay, if there is an important message. And then people, please, those of them who want to spoil things, and the other side of the people, don't mess up, because we are not going to tolerate any kind of a nonsense here. Because if you do such things, then I'm going to do whatever I have to do, and the divine will not tolerate any kind of a nuisance or any kind of a disturbance here, because we are doing a serious work. And I've told you before also in my Rishi Resha series that divine wants the awakening of majority of the people to happen here now, and divine is really very restrictive about the divine energies, the codes which are going to come onto the planet Earth, because we are going to the through the transformation phase here. So that's the reason why no darkness or the shadowness or the shadowy comments and the people like that are tolerated. So if you are doing something like that, then you have to pay back to your karma. It's your wish. Then divine justice will happen to you. So I don't want to talk anything more about that, because there is some people who are also they are not even people, they are like dark energies, literally. If you see their channel, it is very clear they are dark energies only. They're not even sparing goddess Lalita Tripura Sundari, the adiparashakti. They are even commenting on adiparashakti like however they want. So only divine mother knows. She's mother, she is like a very unconditional loving, and she might think that they are naughty kids, but then divine father will not spare them. He is going to be, he is very strict. He is like when it's extreme, then he will give like a very strict punishment. Then it's up to them now. Okay, so now here we are going to talk about the Raja Saab, and this movie itself involves a lot of things, and that's the reason why also maybe I had to talk about these kind of energies before, because this is like a notorious kind of a movie, and also it's very important movie, because we have to talk about this now. I'm talking about this when I was in my awakening phase. What happened with me was, I was going through two coaching classes. My when I finished my MBBS. After that, I joined coaching classes here in India. During that phase, that entire in that area when I where I used to go to coaching classes, first of all, I did not like that area only, and the classes also like from morning 8 to night 8, the entire day. I was already fed up. I was tolerating things, and also was going through newly awakened. I was newly awakening. A lot of things were happening in my life, and so many things, a lot of disturbance, ancestral disturbances also. So many things were happening in my life. On top of that, these career problems, the coaching classes, and all these things. On top of that, I was understanding the spirituality is not always good. There is also a darker side of spirituality here, and there is also darker side of energies here on earth. Okay, at that time I did not know all these things, but after I awakened, maybe in 2022. Before in my video, I talked about 2020, 2021, 2019 to 2021. Here, this video, we are going to talk about the 2022 phase, where I was understanding like there is only not just one all rosy, rosy, all goody, goody when you enter into spirituality. It's also like there are not only roses, there are also thorns, and if you are not careful, then you might prick that thorn. So, like that, I was seeing that the entire area is very dirty, and because I had to go to coaching classes. I'm talking about the area specifically because there are like a lot of things in that area. It's not, it's so many other professionals, also other people, also other, other software and all the coaching classes, all the Java, all these things which they teach, what are computer coding, or I don't know about other professions, but all these things, all the people who come to learn those things are also in that area. So that area itself is only very low vibe. At that time, I did not know that I had this capability of detecting the places and seeing the energies in the places, and that kind of a stuff. I did not know the ability. I was basically a very empathic person, so I was not liking the area itself. But because due to certain pressures and the career problems and career responsibilities in the moving forward in the career, I had to go to the coaching classes, even though I did not like that place and area. Even the food in that area is also very bad, and all the youngsters who are there during that particular time, and they are also very no, I can't speak about some things you can understand, but they are also very dirty minded and naughty. The other people who we see on the road, we are our coaching was center was good. When you come out of the coaching center, it's just one place, and how long can you be in that place, right? You have to get out, and you have to go in and you have to get out. The area will be there, right? You have to be in that area the entire time. You Since morning 8 to night 8, you can't sit in the place. At least for break time you have to get out, right? So our entire medical coaching center was good. The people were good, the doctors were good. But then as soon as I enter outside, the outside I can see so a lot of things. People were also there was a library nearby. I thought that I'll go study library. Sometimes I just went to see library. The people, youngsters were also there doing all sorts of all nonsense things these days. People what they do, those kind of things were happening, and I was like, I was already a very ram kind of a person, and I can't see these kind of a people. It feels like I have to move out of them. Like I have to get out of these what the mess. I feel like that. I did not like that place at all. So during that time, one day I went to buy the highlighters in a shop nearby. When I went there, I saw that I crossed one lane to buy the highlighter. There I saw a cafe, and its name is Illuminati Cafe. And at that time, I did not know, wow, what is this? What's happening? And at that time, I was already listening to some channels which were coming in my feed, and they were talking about all the different polarities in the reality. Like there is not just one side of the spirituality. Like they were channels which were coming to show me the reality of truth of what is happening in the energy realm, or the spiritual realm, or the 5D realm. Okay, which is unseen and unknown by the 3D people. So there were two extremes and two people, and the two energies, the darkness and the light. And I was just thought that there was only light when you enter into spirituality, but there was darkness also, right? So I was understanding all these things, and there were all like so many YouTube channels which were coming in my feed, which was explaining me, okay, these things are there. It is not just there are two polarities, we are living in the polarities, and all these things I understood. And then I was also understanding the different types of the darknesses and the forces and the names and the how they are like trying to manipulate and the play with the mind games and all these things, what all sorts of things they do here on earth. Right. So when I was seeing that, did not believe first in the starting. When I was listening to the shanas, I did not believe. Hey, what is this? They are just saying like that only. I did not believe for a very long time. But when I saw this name, then I understood. Okay, this is like something which is really serious. Some serious matter is happening on earth. Oh God, has till now I thought like, oh, only we are humans and we are there to achieve something. We have some ambitions and we have to take care of everybody. Only this much I thought, only 3D mindset. But when I woke up to these kind of a thing, and then I realized, okay, all these things are also there. Then I understood a lot of things, and then I made a decision. I'll not talk about all these things. Maybe it's the purpose of other people. It's not my purpose. My purpose is different. My purpose is what I am doing on my channel. I don't feel, maybe everybody's department is different. I feel that way. So they are doing a good job, whoever are doing this work, and they are like bringing awareness to 3D. That's a very nice job actually. But my purpose is not talking about. I don't actually feel nice also to give it like a lot of attention kind of a thing. I don't give it a lot of attention. I just want to, knowing about the divine only is taking a huge time, occupying a lot of my time. Then I don't feel about thinking about something else. So knowing about the things, the experiences of the divine, that is only itself is occupying my entire time. Maybe that is my purpose. Knowing and letting you know, or sharing that knowledge, that is my purpose. Maybe it's my purpose to talk about the awakening or ascension more, or maybe this side of the coin. Maybe I don't know. But before also I thought that I have to talk about these. First of all, I did not feel like talking about these things, and then when I thought that should I talk about these things, then I was unable to record also. Maybe it's not my department. But if 5D wise, a lot of things are happening for sure to everyone. So maybe I took a choice on what to talk and or what not to talk, or based on maybe my purpose or whatever it is. I took a choice of. I am always that kind of person who always gives out the positive side of the things. So I like to talk about more positive side of the things. More of this. I don't want to. I don't feel like listening to also a lot of these other side of the things, because I don't feel like so if a little bit I listen, then I feel like a lot of headache and all these things. I don't naturally I don't feel like thinking about listening about all these stuffs a lot. Okay, so I just want to, even if I'm talking to somebody, I make sure I'm naturally like that. I make sure that I most of the times say the positive side of the things only when it's too extreme, only when it's very very like a must thing, then only I talk about the other side of the things. Until that I'll not talk. Okay, until that time I'll not talk. So here in the Rajasab. So now also, if you see my Rajasab explanation after you listening to this entire video, maybe mostly I'll talk about Rajasab only. I am like that. I'm naturally like that. I naturally want to like talk about the divineness only. So here also like a motivational, inspirational type of stories only. I feel prefer talking about. So Hindi Rajasab also there is lots and lots of clue. First of all, in the starting of the movie only they will show Varahi. Varahi Amma, and here in the Varahi they will show that there is a her name is what her name is I forgot the grandmother's name. Her name is, I don't know why I am unable to recall her name now. Yeah, whatever. We'll call her grandmother. Okay. So the grandmother who is there in the movie, she is like a queen. She's like a princess, and then they used to worship the Varahi goddess. They have showed the Varahi, and then they are like a 5 necklaces, panchaharas, which are there, and then there will be a villain who is like a beggar, and he will like hypnotize and do all sorts of things to the princess, and who is the grandmother for the hero, who for the Raja Saab, and then he will hypnotize her and he will marry her, because she is like a very big princess who comes from a royal rich family of that kingdom, and that kingdom worships Varahi with the panchaharas, the 5 necklaces. Okay. And then the villain, he comes from somewhere and he's a beggar and he don't know anything, because he understands that because he's a beggar, nobody is valuing him, and he is not even getting a food, or he is not even getting the basic survival needs. He will try to learn all kinds sorts of dark magic, and he will hypnotize the princess, who is the grandmother, and he will marry her. And after that, he will elope with the all the Barahi five necklaces and all the things, and he will elope with that. And because of that, and the she will be the princess who married that guy, she will be thrown out of the kingdom because of her, only because she chose him. And all these sorts of things are happening in the kingdom. People will think like that, and they will throw her out of the this thing. And she will give birth to a baby, and that baby will also have a child, and who is a Rajasap, who is the third generation hero, okay, who is Prabhas. And then what will happen is she will be she will have Alzheimer's disease. Now, what is Alzheimer's disease? Let me explain you that. Alzheimer's disease is basically, this disease comes to the older people. It is seen in the older generations who are like above 50 years of age, like that. And the onset of the disease is basically for older generations of the people. And if somebody is having Alzheimer's, then they will have a memory issues. They will forget things very easily. So they will forget all the immediate happenings. Like maybe in the first scene, maybe she have done something. Maybe I'll give you example for Alzheimer's. So if there is a grandmother who is feeding her grandson in the first scene, okay, she's feeding her. She is cooked rice very nicely, and then she is bringing that rice onto the table, and she is nicely trying to feed her grandchild, and she's putting a dollop of the morsel of the food to the child, okay. And the child is eating very nicely and happily. After some time, what will happen is, maybe after 15 minutes, she will forget that she have even cooked the food. She will forget that entire thing, that okay, she has already cooked the food and the grandson has already eaten. She will forget all that thing, and then she will again ask that, oh, are you feeling hungry? Do you want anything to eat? Like that. It will be Alzheimer's disease. So Alzheimer's people who are having this kind of disease, they have like a serious brain changes. So they will forget so many things. But then there will be some Alzheimer patients who will only remember certain incidences of their life, which are very, very, very repeatedly happening, which are very repeatedly, like it will touch them somewhere, and they will only remember that main scene of their life, or main event of their life. Or other than that, they will forget so many other things, or the next before scene which happened to them. They will forget so many things. Or maybe they will forget their home address, or they'll go somewhere and they might be unable to recognize the people and the faces, like that. So they will forget a lot of things. So these are Alzheimer's patient. But then what he will remember, because his grandfather already hypnotized her, she will only remember that grandfather archetype. And then she will always ask her grandson to bring him back to home, and he's somewhere he's lost, and nobody is able to find him where she is always worried about him. So this Raja Saab, he will go in search of the grandfather, and he will enter into a haunted house. So now in the haunted house, there'll be like, I'll not say you the entire movie. You can watch the movie, but I'll say some important and specific points which are related to the movie. And in this initial starting stage of the movie itself, I was very much shocked. It never happened. At least I did not notice this in any movie till now. They have shown a human image on that. They have shown chakras and the Kundalini. This is the first time I am seeing a such a big star like a Prabhas, and they are showing Kundalini and chakras and Varahi Amma. It's all because of the blessings of the Varahi Amma only, I think. And they're showing it very clearly. They all the chakras and the human body and the snake who is going up and touching the Sahasrara chakra. They have shown this scene in the starting only. Okay, as soon as you see this scene, then I saw the scene, I understood, oh, this is something related to Kundalini and ascension journey. And yeah, it perfectly synced with whatever I was going through. So then this Rajasap, what will happen is he will go in search of his grandfather, and he will go to the haunted house, and he will think that his grandfather is very nice and all these things. But then later he will come to know that they will come. There will be a professor whose name is Dr. Padmabhushan. They will not understand how to get out of that house, because the more they try to get out of the house, the entire scenario, the scenes, and everything will change. It's like a loop. It's like a trap. The Illuminati, or the darkness, or the, because of the, I don't even like to call the name. I'll just say dark force, okay? If it's comfortable for you. I already told the name, right? So it's already obvious for you. So what is there? So we'll call it dark force, right? So for the convenience, I don't know why I'm naturally like that. I don't feel like mentioning their pronouncing them also. So yeah, so we'll call it dark force for the convenience, or the villain. That is a much better option. The more I'm awakening, the more I am very particular about the words also. I want to use some words which are like a less denser. Because I'm becoming more light, I'm maybe choosing more lesser, denser kind of a things. So whatever it is, let's, for the convenience sake, I'll call him villain. Okay. So now he will, you already understood the what is there, the biggest plot twist. So I'm calling him villain. So now here the more he will try to escape from the haunted house. This is just like the 3D illusion, the trap, or the trap, or the 3D matrix. Okay, so the more you come to try to get out of the matrix, something or the other will happen, and that the matrix will trap you, and will not let you get out of the matrix, and you will not be able to get out of 3D. Only some people who are going through the awakening journey, they are going through the awakening journey. Why? Because all the other people, they also want to awaken. Their soul always, in no matter what soul it is, all the souls want evolution. Even the dark souls also want evolution. That's why they are not doing the proper evolution. They want to do some kind of shortcuts, and they are doing all sorts of things, right? So every organism, every soul, every consciousness wants evolution. Every consciousness wants to increase its level, and they want to move on to the next consciousness. It's the basic nature of the whatever the creation has happened, right? So it's the basic nature of the soul to evolve. So all the people in the 3D also, they also want to evolve. But why they are unable to awaken, why they are unable to evolve, is because something is trapping them. So the mind games, what are the net forces, or the holograms which are playing out in their reality, or whatever the system is creating, you can understand by system. Whatever they're trying to project into their life, they're stuck somewhere. They want to evolve, but they can't leave certain things. They can't make a choice. Excuse me. So they can't make a choice. They are just trapped in some or the other kind of a situation. They're just trapped. They are unable to get out of it. So it's the haunted house is also same like that. They're unable to get out of it. Even though they are trying to get out of it, there will be Raja Saab, and there will be some other people also. Maybe some 4 or 5 people trapped with him together. There will be, and they want to released from the house, and they want to get out of the house, and they want to know the things about the grandfather, and all these stuff are there. But the villain will play things in such a way that even when he open the main door, the door will, after the entrance will turn into a railway track, or it will turn into some kind of forest. It will play like that, the entire mind game. So he will again and again create the scenes according to him. The villain will create the scenes according to the villain's side. He will show all the darker side of the things to the hero, or to the Raja Sahib. He will make sure that there is no possibility of escape at all from this thing. So it's like all like mind manipulation, the subconscious mind manipulation, which is happening at a larger level, mass level. So even in the 3D, this is not just a movie, it's a eye opener, it's a reality which is happening in our world, in the 3D earth. So open your eyes to that. When you see this movie, you will get lots of help from what's happening. So if you are interested, if you are listening till here, then definitely go watch this movie. It's very clear, it's very, very clear, and I'm really feeling very surprised that wow, these people have made this kind of a movie. I was not expecting that, but then I happened to watch this movie. When the trailer only came, I used to see posters and all these things. From then, that only I used to get so many downloads. One fine day during a certain period, very important period, I received this movie and I felt like watching this, and I completely watched this movie and I was like very shocked. First time somebody like a Prabhas is doing something with Kundalini awakening, something. It's very very important movie. So when this entire trap is there, and then he is unable to get out of that trap. So now what he will do is he will try to they will the actress who is there, he will she will know somebody from outside, and she will call Dr. Padma Bhushan. So here this doctor is very important. He will analyze everything. So now this doctor is like a divine consciousness, or that witness consciousness, or that observer consciousness, who is trying to see the seer and the seeing. So it's like the that middle point and the 0 point at the God consciousness, which is trying to help you observe what is happening with you. So here, if the Prabhas is there, you can think that your individual soul consciousness, and the villain which is there, which is the 3D hologram, or the what that who which is the villain in the Harry Potter, the villain in that movie, this movie, all the villains combined together is this villain, which is trying to project things onto the hologram, onto the collective, or trying to spoil the collective, or trying to destroy things, and trying to manipulate the human minds and the human consciousness. So that is that, and this is the Prabhas, is the human consciousness, or the divine child, and then the Dr. Padma Bhushan is the witness consciousness, which is trying to show you what's actually happening, which is the Jnana Shakti, which is trying to help you understand what is happening. So here, when he comes, when he Dr. Padma Bhushan comes, he analyzes everything, and he will show in the movie. These are Illuminati patterns. This is diagram is Illuminati. This is that is this. This is that. He will clearly show everything. So that's the reason why it's very important for you to watch the movie, so that you will be able to understand and differentiate the difference. Okay, there's a lot of difference between the spiritual codes and the darker codes. So you will be know that also when you watch the movie. So he will try to help Prabhas. He will try to tell him that you can create your own reality. You can create your own parallel reality to get out of this. So when you create your own parallel reality to get out of this, you will be able to getting out of this haunted house, or you will be able to win over the grandfather. The grandfather is the Prabhas's grandfather, but he is actually the Rakos, but he is shown as a grandfather. And most importantly, he is Sanjay Dutt. And here, when I saw this movie, and when I saw Sanjay Dutt, and I was like, Sanjay Dutt is there in the movie. I don't know the reason. Till now, I don't know the reason, but I'm again and again saying to my mind that Sanjay Dutt is in the movie. Sanjay Dutt is his grandfather. Sanjay Dutt is there in the movie. I don't know why, but yeah, maybe I don't know why I'm particularly like Sanjay Dutt is getting highlighted. He is playing the grandfather and also the dark force. Okay, and he is under the control of the dark force. Basically, the dark force will be the dark force, the shadowy energy which is shown in the movie. But then he will be he will be in the control of the dark force, and he will do whatever the dark force is saying, and he will be learning all those things, and he will play all those things in the grandmother. That's what will happen. And when he does all these things, then Dr. Padma Bhushan, he will be trying to help Prabhas to get out of all these things. He will try to tell him to create a parallel reality where he can imagine whatever he wants, and he will create some things. He will try to create some kind of courageous things, but the darker force, the villain, will always try to control his mind and put fear into his mind. So the villain is always trying to put the fiery energies, the villain energies, the shadowy energies into his mind, or the negativity into this mind, and the professor is helping him to get out of the negativity. He is trying to help him create the positive scenarios, or positive situations. So here, the entire human mind, human consciousness. So for you, it's always two choices: either fear or courage. Okay, either positivity or negativity. So whatever you give energy to, that will flow in your mind. So when you think positive only, when you don't have to let the fear dominate over you. So when you let the fear dominate over you, then it's game over. So it will be like villain is trying to control you. So when you these denser energies, whenever they try to come to you, you have to yourself be very courageous, and you have to create scenarios where you'll be able to dominate this sphere. For example, in my previous video, I told you a lot of polarities which were happening to me. So like a hate and love. So because I they were very bad situations where I can hate people, but then still I was choosing compassion. So you also have to choose compassion. No matter what they have done to you, just leave it. It's their karma. It's their consequences. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So it's their consequences. It's their karma. It's their things which they are going to do anyway. They have to pay for it, as you are paying for it in your Kundalini journey. So nobody is an escape. So every action has a consequence. So when you enter into a later stages of your evolution, you have to clear the entire balance sheet. So there is another movie called as Thank God. About that also I'll explain in the next video. That's a very interesting movie. In that Ajay Devgan is there. So here the in whenever you enter into ascension journey, or if it's your last lifetime or the last one or two lifetimes, then you have to clear out everything, whatever you have given, whatever you have taken, everything you have to, it's like you have to have zero balance sheet, then only you will be liberated, otherwise you cannot get liberated. Okay, so whatever you do, if you harm something others also, you are going to like that way is going to return to you. So never ever do these kind of mistakes. If somebody is doing that to you, then you have to think that they will have to again do the inner work. When the later stages of the awakening, they will realize that they have to do the karma cleansing work, and you already are doing the karma cleansing work, and then you don't have time and additional responsibility, or you cannot take additional karma anymore because you are already in the awakening path or ascension path. So here you have to remember that you are nullifying things. Now you are not adding things, you are subtracting things, and then you are moving closer to the divine. So now you have to nullify things, you have to release the karma, you have to do the karma cleansing work, you have to do shadow work, you have to do inner work, you have to do mirror work, you have to do so much work. On top of that, if you are doing something additionally, and that will also be on your head, why additional baggage you don't need. So you have to lessen your baggage the more you move into the ascension path. So no matter what people are doing, even if it's your own family member, even if it's somebody very close to you, even they are hurting you very badly, just release whatever needs to be released, and then you let go, forgive, and release them. You just act by compassion and love only, that's it. Otherwise, if you are also reacting, and if you are also choosing hate, and if you are also involving in the conflict, they are just wasting your time. They are not in the ascension journey, you are in the ascension journey. So your time is very valuable. As soon as you awaken, you every minute in the ascension, every moment or every minute from here is very valuable for you. So your time is very important. For people who are not in the ascension journey, they are going through death and rebirth, they're again dying, they're again coming into the earth, they're again incarnating, they're again they're going through this cycle of incarnation process. For them it is there, for how long ever they want, they wish, they're just repeating the cycles, they're again birth, death and rebirth, again they are getting born on the earth. But for you it's not that journey anymore. For you it's like the liberation point. For you it's no more a rebirth cycle. Or for you it's like you are a star seed. For you have to do certain work or certain purpose, you have to do some important things here on earth. So you don't want to waste time in all the unnecessary things or unnecessary conflicts. Okay, so your best thing is you have to just release the hate. Even though if people are making you angry, yes, you feel the anger and you release that, and you put that in anger and turn it out, transmute into something which is better, useful for the society, or do some creative work, create something, do some art, release it in a good way, positive way, or just ask help to the divine and to help you solve the issues. Or you can book the counseling sessions, okay, on for understanding how to do it more nicely and efficiently. Okay, so you don't have to have you cannot have an additional baggage, you have to release that. So he will try to create the parallel reality where he will experience, where he will try to create something which is more on the lighter side. He will create the light reality, and the dark force, the villain, will try to create the darker reality again and again in his mind, try to control his mind so that he is unable to get out of the haunted house, or unable to get out of that problem. So he is now slowly he's influencing everybody, and he is very The villain is very greedy. He wants all money, all wealth. Even after his death, he's already died and he's already a ghost. But still, even after he's a ghost, he wants that material money, and he is very much obsessed with that materialism and everything. So that's why he plans to reincarnate again. But the Raja Saab will say, even after you, why you are doing all these things, and I will not let you. This He will try to burn all that wealth and gold and all these things. But then the villain will not allow that to happen, and he will try to play with the mind of the Raja Saab and all these things. So in this point, it's very interesting that his grandmother will be in coma, and now his grandmother will be like a motivation to him. It's like his grandmother in his mind. She's in the 3D. She is in ICU. She is in the hospital. But everything which is happening, it is happening in his mind. So his grandmother is in his mind, and because there is a duality here. Now the grandfather is acting like a dark force, and the grandmother is acting like a divine mother, which is trying to overcome the dark force, kill the dark force. Now the grandmother will motivate him, and she will help him realize that you are the Ansh of Durga, and you are born in the Mula Nakshatra. You are the Ansh of Durga. You can do it. You can kill him. So she will be motivating. So one step, the more layers he try to, he'll be filled with that love for his grandmother. And there will be a one line where Dr. Padma Bhushan will say, when the Kundalini reaches to the Sahasrara chakra, the universal energies will get into your Sahasrara chakra, and that universal energies will help you fight against the evil. This is the line shown in the book, which is there, which is the book which Padma Bhushan will read, Dr. Padma Bhushan will read, but the only this line will be there until he reads the entire book. The book is burnt by the dark force again. He doesn't want you to know all the secrets, but only this much is revealed. Yeah, the book is like, they are like incomplete knowledge. I think it's a complete knowledge. Whatever, how much ever we need at this point of time, I think it's given to us. But then there's a lot of secrets, more secrets and more revelations are yet to be revealed. But then this is the point here. The Sahasrara activation of the Prabhas will also shown, like entire Sahasrara activation. And here it is also said that any emotion, be it hate, love, anger, or joy, any emotion, if the person feels it to extreme, then the entire atoms in the body are filled with that emotion, and that will help rise the universal consciousness within you. That will help you awaken, and that will help you awaken fully. And when you're fully awakened, and you will be able to kill the villain. So this is the plot of the movie. And when he will be crying one time, and he will be like crying for his grandmother, how he can be able to save her, because he was about to die in the hands of the villain. But then because for the love for his grandmother, he was able to he is completely in that emotion. He is like, when you see the contrast, before he was like a very terrifying, very fearful, because the villain was very terrifying, and he was like, Prabhas was very fearful and all kinds of emotions, and he doesn't know how to handle all these things. But once he understands the game, and once he understands this, once he awakens, then his mind is no longer in control of the dark force. His mind is completely filled with the divine divine consciousness. I can visualize it in front of me, that the entire cup is filled with some divine fluid or divine energy. The cup is the skull, is your skull, your own skull, your human skull. So entire, you will be completely occupied with the divine energy. Each and every atom of you is completely occupied with the divine energy. And when that happens, the instructions of the grandmother will come to him, and in every layer he will help him fight the dark force. And also there are some shadows also, his own shadows, Prabha's own shadows will be there, which are shown. He will with the knife, he will break the head of he will cut the head of those shadows. Okay, doing the shadow work is also shown in the movie. He will kill all the shadows, his own shadows, because when he's trying to kill the shadow, the knife will pin his own body, and he will bleed. he's trying to kill the shadow, but he's instead trying, he's killing himself only, because that's his own shadow. So this is entire subconscious mind layer is shown. The sacral chakra energy is shown in the movie. There's so many chakra energies are shown in the movie, but completely he's fighting the Harshad Barkas, Kam, Krodh, Moha, Lobh, Mad, Matsarya. All this he's fighting in his own body and system. So this is like a deepest layer of your cleansing of the sacral chakra. That is the difference between the previous awakenings and the awakening cycle which is happening now. So if you did not listen to my previous awakening journey videos, I've completely uploaded all the videos, listen to those videos. So now here it is a deepest layer. Now this is not normal. This is like a very deep subconscious healing which is shown. Okay, clearly it is shown. And then he will fight with the crocodile also. Crocodile is also there in his Svadhisthana sacral chakra. There when he's trying when Prabhas is trying to burn the all the wealth with the fire, the villain will try to pour in all water. The emotional flood is giving to the villain, I mean hero, so that he'll be trapped in those emotions only. That is also, you have to be very careful. You can be in the hologram, people can try to pull you back emotionally. They can be emotional vampires. You have to be very careful with this emotional vampirism. You don't have to let those emotional vampirism, or the people who try to dominate you or control you emotionally, or who are trying to wound you emotionally, who are trying to affect your emotional body, you don't have to compromise on that. You have to set your boundaries. You have to on your shields. You have to on your protection shields on. Okay, don't let these energies influence you anymore, right? So he will not let that happen. When he creates the emotional flood, there will be a crocodile who is coming his way. He will fight with the crocodile, and he will kill that crocodile. That was an awesome scene where he's like a fighting over all this Harshad Vargas and emotional flood, and he's winning over it. He is gaining complete control and mastery and balance of the sacral chakra. Okay, after this again the grandmother's instruction. So every layer he's fighting with something or the other, right? There's so many layers are there. You can see all those in the movie. I'm saying the important ones, listing out the important ones, important scenes, by the way. So the grandmother again, she will say, you're born you are the Ansh of Durga. You are born in the Mula Nakshatra. You focus on your Agnya chakra, and then you kill the demon. And then he will focus, and he will try to, with a complete awakened Kundalini, and his Kundalini will reach to Sahasrara. All the petals of the Sahasrara will open. All the atoms in his body will awaken. He will awaken even at the cellular level. After his awakening, he is able to kill the Illuminati. If he is killing the Illuminati, or Krishna is killing the Illuminati, or Varahi is killing the Illuminati, all one and the same. But yeah, this is what happened in the movie, and it's a very important movie. Even though I have tried to tell you so many things, but then there are like a deeper secrets and decodings of this movie, which whatever I had to share, I have shared. But then you have to do your own homework. So do watch this movie, and if you want to share something, some downloads to me, you can share it in the comment sections, or you can email me or pin me, or yeah, something very important. If you feel if it's a divine download, you can share. Or if you get any personal downloads, if you have to work on something, some chakra or something, see and work on that. It's a very important movie. It's shown how you will be winning over the darkness with the help of the Divine Mother. So beautiful movie. And also the Divine Mother in the divine masculine energy. What a beautiful, like, a combination. And also the grandmother energy. It's all lovely. And she is also like did a very nice job, and she'll play chess. Okay, and the more he is killing the villain, and the more villain is getting defeated, she will like throw that the piece. I don't know what it is called. She will she will do checkmate. Okay. She also acted very nicely, and she's like shown as a very nice princess, like that. And the Barahi Panchaharas thing is also there. And end of the movie, then there will be a sequel of it. In that, there is again the Thor kind of a hammer is shown, and there is a Christmas hat, and then there is 1935 circus is written. I don't know when they will release that movie, but as of now this movie is like a power packed, and it's a very important movie for all of them, because this movie is not just something which is individual. It is like a things which are happening at the collective level. So it's like in the starting I've told you in the previous video, right? So you as a part of the collective and collective as a part of you. This is that kind of a movie. It's very important for everybody, all the divine souls. Okay, you, if you are reaching till here, then you have to definitely listen to all of it, and you have to watch the movie for sure. Maybe if it's this video is reaching towards you, means it means that you also are ready enough to watch this movie. So those of them who are ready, only they can receive this kind of videos, and they can receive this kind of information or that kind of a movie. Okay, so do watch the movie. And also the part 2 is coming. Let me know in the comment section below when the part 2 will be released, or what idea you're getting from the sequel which they have shown in the last scene, or what you're expecting, or how it will be in the part 2, and what all we need to fight back, or what all we need to heal in the part 2. What do you think? Okay, all the things about the Raja Sahib I've told you. If you want to add anything, you can add in the comment section below if you are understanding something else, and if you want to give out some kind of a message or something like that. And this was all about the subconscious mind fighting. So now this movie is all about the subconscious mind, sacral chakra, root chakra, because the ancestral connection is there. And Mula Nakshatra, she told, right? Mula Nakshatra is basically the nakshatra which is shown, depicted as a picture of roots of the tree, and that's how it is connected to the ancestral lineage, root chakra, and also sacral chakra. And then he's fighting like a hero like Ram or Krishna. He's killing the villain. Also, it's the fight and the war. It's all the solar plexus chakra, and then heart, love connection, the towards his grandmother, and feeling himself with that love, divine love, and all these things. The heart chakra and throat chakra. Throat is like a ether element, and he is like a, now he's understanding the receiving the things from the different like Akashic records. Like he is like receiving a lot of things which are not received by others. Like they are receiving, the professor who is there, who he has received the book and the library which is shown. Okay, all these things are like an ether element, or the throat chakra element, Akashic records. I also had some experiences, like not connected to this, but yeah, some other experiences of the Akashic records. If you are interested to know about the Akashic records, let me know in the comment section, and I'll make a video on the Akashic records. So when you are accessing the Akashic records or the things from the ethers, you will receive something like a book, or the information book in the book, something like that. Okay, this is all library. All these things, or the information about yourself, or information about anything, or downloads, all these things are connected to the throat chakra or ether element, all these things. And then in the last scene, she is told that focus on the Agnya chakra and to kill him. The 6th chakra and the 7th is the Sahasrara, where he is fully awakened, and now he is killing the villain. So here the complete awakening of all the 7 chakras are shown in the movie. So that's how it's very, very important to a movie for all of you. And the songs are also very nice songs. There are also so many codes in the movie. Not, I told you that 2 different types of codes. The codes from not 2 different kind of codes. Yeah, I can say that divine codes are there, but also they are patterns. Patterns, I can say, they are not codes. Okay, codes means something which you receive, right? So when you see this, you will be able to identify the patterns, the darkness patterns, portal patterns. They also have like a different patterns. So they are not just one patterns which you have only divine patterns or synchronicities, but also there are some kind of a things which are there in the other side also. You should be able to recognize those things also, so that you can be very careful in the future, so that nothing can manipulate you. So you can distinguish what is light and what is dark. So that is also very important at the lower level of existence, or the lower harmonic universes. Here we are living in the polarity, so it's very important to be aware of the polarities, but to choose love and oneness with your awareness. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha, Shri Matre Namaha. So this was all about the subconscious mind, Raja Sahib, and Kundalini awakening process. So thank you so much.